Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I am back on the War Thunder 1.81 development server, and I'm going to be in this video looking at all of the brand new Tier 5 premiums, that being the T55AM, the Leopard 1 L44, and this, the T54E1, something very unexpected that we had no idea was coming into the game. Now what this looks to be is basically a M60, I believe it is, or basically the chassis of the Magaf 3 but without the ERA, fitted with a oscillating turret, which is very prominent on the French tech tree, as you may know. Now this oscillating turret features a 105mm T14E2 cannon, as well as a 12.7mm machine gun, or a 50 cal, and a 7.62mm machine gun as well. Turret rotation speed is 17.1 degrees per second, vertical guidance is -8 degrees and +13, reload rate of 5 seconds, absolutely brilliant there. Now I'm not sure if it has an auto-loading mechanism, doesn't look like it, but I wouldn't be surprised. We're not going to look at the armor now, we're going to look at it on the armor tab, but crew of 4, 54 tons, very heavy tank there, most likely why it's called the T54. Engine power is 1,255 horsepower at 2,800 RPM. Max speed's 29 miles an hour, not incredibly quick, and a visibility of 100%. And this is an 8.0, by the way. Costs 8,500 golden eagles. So the armor, obviously no composite, or most likely no composite. Yeah, no composite. So it's basically same sort of M60, basically a pattern chassis. It's that sort of same armor. You've got the frontal bit there of 180 to 200, upper plate 110, lower plate 90, 63. The turret looks to be decently armoured. You can take a look at that for yourself, really. Main section on the lower section is 127. Not hugely armoured, really, but it's decent. Going into the X-ray, you'll see lots of ammo at the front. That's a major weak spot there. And if they don't hit that, they're going to kill your driver, so either way, you're screwed pretty much. Going into here, you'll see you've also got... this shows you've got an AP shell, you've got an APDS shell, and you've got a Heat FS shell. Various modifications as well. So what I'll do is I'll quickly do a test drive in this and see how it performs. I'm a bit more anticipated to get on to the T55AM as well as the Leopard, as I have actually already ordered them, and I do actually want to look at them and show you guys. I'm sure many of you have pre-ordered them as well, so I do want to show you how they are performing. So what do we got? So here we are, so it's actually quite small. Turret rotation isn't bad. Is it stabilized? That's the one thing I want to know. At 8 points, yeah, no it isn't. At 8 points, I can't imagine it. Very shaky due to the turret. Let's give it a go there. And it ricochets. Not a good sign. Now, that is, of course, a Tier 6 vehicle it's facing. So I'm not expecting a massive amount, but I was thinking that would go through. Let's go for the lower frontal plate. There we go. That went well. So these shells aren't the best. Obviously, these aren't the top shells. These are the stock shells. But of course, since it's premium, you'll get them all anyway. But yeah, so it looks nice. But I already have 3 American Tier 5 premiums. I don't need another one. So personally, I won't be getting this for a while. But I'm sure if you think to yourself that it's necessary for you to get, then fair enough. Now the armor's decent. I can imagine this turret ricocheting a lot of shots. It is very curved. The general front of the tank is curved. Reminds me a lot of the AMX-50 Cervas, the general shape of it. But it's pretty basic. It wasn't expected, but also it's not something I'm hugely excited for on the whole. But there we go. So reload rate is very good, though. That's one major advantage of the vehicle, is the reload rate. Not to mention, though, that the Magaf 3 is at a slightly lower rating than this, and has pretty much the same chassis. I think it has a slightly lower profile as well as the ERA, so I'd say get the Magaf 3. It's a better vehicle. At least from initial thoughts. I'm not saying it's bad. It looks perfectly good to me, but personally, I would go with the Magaf every time. Also, the lower rating of that gives it more better time, sort of in tank RB. So here's the Leopard A1A1 L44. As you may know, it is basically fitted with a L44 cannon. The Rheinmetall L44. Just going to quickly look at the rounds. What rounds does it have? Okay, it doesn't have... Is that the top round? Okay, I don't think that's the top round for the Leopard 2A4, but it does have some very good rounds, and a Heat FS with 650mm of penetration, rather than the usual 600. So yeah, Rheinmetall, you have 8 76mm smoke grenade launchers, you have 2 7.62mm machine guns, you've got 31.6 degrees per second, minus 9 degrees, and plus 20 degrees of gun depression, those sort of things. 6.5 second reload rate, very good there. Won't really look at the armor, it's standard Leopard 1A1 if you want to know about that. Just go in the tech tree, click on the Leopard 1, it's pretty much the same apart from the gun mantlet. The crew of 4, 43 tons of weight, horsepower is 1,584 at 2,200 RPM, 45 mile an hour top speed, not too bad, and a visibility of 54%. Now the mantlet is the one thing I don't know about, and it's not a huge amount of thickness to be honest. So that's not too, and the frontal plate, let's just say upper frontal plate 70mm, lower frontal plate is 50. If I go on protection analysis, you are, what's the rating of it? It's a 9.0 obviously, so you are going to be facing Abrams. So what we're going to do is just going to go, let's go XM1, the other tier 5 premium that it will be facing. I'm just going to go, we'll go for its best shell. It will pen, as you see. So this is, again, like the XM1, weak armor. I'm not sure if this version will have hull break. The standard Leopard 1A1 does have hull break, so that is obviously a major disadvantage of that vehicle. But I will take a look at it in the test drive and see how it performs. I'm hoping it has a stabilizer. In the video on the dev blog, it did look like it had a stabilizer, so hopefully we will get lucky and Gaijin will give us a stabilizer. So let's get driving. Looks like it does, yes. Okay, so let's fire a shot at this. Hopefully this will go straight through. If not, then there's something wrong. Yep, there we go. Actually, let's just test this. So this gun's far superior to that on the XM1. So less armor, but you're getting a better gun. Okay, so that didn't pen. So I'm
3,200 DPI.
Gonna aim for the lower plate. There we go. That went straight through. Lovely. Took out the engine as well. I'm a little bit higher, try and hit the gun mantlet and go through that. Nice. Okay, well, I'm just going to leave him for now. I'll go for the side armor in a bit. Let's just wreck all these guys and see how that goes. T62. Okay. There we go, target destroyed. Here we have a T55, of which we're going to be looking at the new variant in a minute. There we go, he's dead. Okay, T10, this should go straight through anywhere on the front, hopefully. Sometimes the upper frontal plate can be a problem, but hopefully it shouldn't be. Okay, hit the lower one there, went straight through, knocking out majority of the crew. He's on fire. Let's finish him off. There we go, hit the side, knocked out the loader, and that means there's only one crew member left, which means the tank is effectively useless. Oh, bounce there, hit the ground. Just going to test these smoke grenades. What kind of range do they have? Nice, nice, nice. Good range there. Covers the whole gap. With the Route 251, there was a thing where there was a slight gap in the middle, so that could be a slight issue, but luckily this does not suffer from that. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's just take out the SPA and we'll leave that T64. Okay, and fire. Okay, T64B. Okay. There you go, crew knocked out. Okay. Well, there we go. That was the Leopard 2. So now we're going to jump back and look at the final of the Tier 5 premiums, that being the T55AM, which, as you may know, is the brand new Russian one. So I have pre-ordered both of these. The T55 is the one I'm most hyped for, mostly due to the ATGMs in their gun. But we'll see. We'll take a look at that. We'll see how it is. So here it is, next to the Object 120. Obviously, quite a bit of a higher rating. Take a look at the customization. There you go, 100mm cannon. Very good there. Cast homogeneous. Any composite armor? Yep, there we go, composite. Composite sections there. It's pretty decent. Of course, there is that no lower plate composite weakness where the driver can be killed. So quite decent there. It's all I really want to know about is the performance. Actually, let's just quickly put a decal on this. Might as well chuck one on, just Just something funny, something Soviet. Yeah, let's just chuck that on. Where should we put it? Let's put it on these. Both sides. If you don't know, this was the one of the prizes for the Operation Summer event this year. There we go. And test drive. Realistic, of course. Smoke round. There is a smoke round, despite, I believe, it having smoke grenade launchers. So there's not actually a major need for that smoke round, but it does have them anyway, just to help out a little bit. Here we go, so let's get moving. There's an enemy tank. Okay. And fire. Shell is breaking. What's this? Weird view. Very zoomed out. Just happened to notice that. Okay, let's go for the... so slow reload time. Oh, what's this? Oh, a drop smoke. That's interesting. Wonder if that's the exhaust thing, because the new M1 has that. There we go. It is quite annoying actually, because this build of the dev server is very laggy, very low FPS, so quite annoying there. Okay, let's test this against the Abrams. See how that goes. Because of course that is one of the things we'll be facing quite often. Nice, ricocheted off the upper frontal plate, went into the turret. While we're at it, let's test the positioning of the smoke grenades. Okay, so it fires them from one side by the looks of it, so they are off to one side. So you're going to have to do one load there, turn the turret, which is a very slow turret rotation time, and drop another lot of them. There we go. Nice. So we've taken out an enemy tank. Let's just finish off the Abrams. Then I'm going to go back and see if we can swap this thing out for the ATGMs, as that is what okay, let's just swap it out for the ATGMs, because I want to test them. I want to see how well they perform against something like the Abrams and those sort of vehicles. Because, you know, it's got, well, at least it should have the ATGM, so I want to see how they perform and see if they're worth it. Because they can be useful for long range in top tier, because they don't really lose their actual explosive force. So let's change this out. Here we go. Here it is, the, what ATGM is it? Yeah, the 9M117. That is actually on some of the Russian helicopters there, so, you know, a link to the helis. Of course, in my video, I didn't actually see how to control them on the helis because I couldn't get them to fire. So hopefully that will be fixed or made a bit more obvious of how to do that. Anyway, though, so let's test this. Lose that round, switch to the ATGM. Okay, there it is, the Abrams. Let's fire this round. So presumably fire it like a normal round and then guide it. Did a hit, didn't actually do much. Okay, let's go something weaker we're going to face. We'll go for the... Chieftain. Pretty stable by the looks of it. And I think it hit a tree. Okay. But yeah, so very stable ATGM. Quite a simple guiding sort of cross. That's more like it. There we go. Let's go for the SPA, a moving target, see how it deals with that. Okay, oh, a lot of trees there, so I'm going to wait just a second until he's moved a bit out of the way. Okay, let's give that a go. Oh, hit a tree. Okay, probably not the best idea actually to fire while he's in the tree line. Okay, here's my chance. Fire. There we go, took him out nicely. Let's just try and finish off this Abrams and then we'll head back to the hangar. I'm not sure if that's actually the IP variant, the new one, or if it's the old Abrams. Oh, there we go, hit the fuel tank. There we go, that's bye-bye for him. So I'm liking this, very stable ATGM. A good way, if sort of new players are using this vehicle, good way to start them off with ATGMs. There we go. So as you can see, the ERA there did protect that tank a bit, but another one straight to that same point should have quite a devastating effect. Fire. There we go. Okay, vertical cannon drive out. Okay, but there we go. So that was the T55AM. So they're the 3 new Tier 5 premiums. The new American one, as I said, unexpected, but personally for me, I'm not entirely bothered about it. I would say the American premiums already existing in the tech tree are more than satisfactory. You don't actually need this one. Plus, at 8.0, the lack of a stabilizer, that is a major weakness of the vehicle. So yeah. But anyway, though, so there we go. They are the new Tier 5 premiums. Just going to double check there is nothing else new Tier 5 premium-y in any of the tech trees. Italian tanks? Nope. French? Nah, doesn't look like it. But there we go anyway, so I'll switch back to the T54, sorry. But there we go. So thanks a lot for watching the video. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like. Maybe even subscribe to the channel. If you do, that would be very much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.